So apparently, someone found Glitter Snatch's DeviantArt page or whatever, and it turns out that she's a Discordian, or at least it's looking that way. And it would make a lot of sense for her to be a Discordian, because it would certainly explain her interest in me to team up with me. Now, if you knew about the Illuminati card game, you would know that Discordians' primary concern is controlling weird groups. Even just a small amount of weird groups can be doubled or even tripled in amount, and it can definitely win a lot of goals by just having a small sector of weird groups that you have tightly under your belt. And that's the thing. Apparently Glitter Snatch thinks I'm a weird group, and that even with just me by her side, that we can, win this thing. What Glitter Snatch doesn't understand is that I am not a weird group. I'm a weird group when it comes to interacting with computer groups, but in and of itself I'm not. I look at this whole thing of, ideology and conspiracy and, the superorganism as like the Illuminati card game. And if you were to translate Jim Prophet into the card game, what you would end up getting is a card that is not of a primary group type. He is only subgroup types, communist and computer. And when he is either being attacked, trying to be controlled or destroyed, or he's trying to control or destroy a computer group, he's treated as a weird group. But in and of itself, not a weird group. So in any other situation besides computers, Jim Prophet would not be considered weird. So only when it comes to the internet are Discordians getting anything out of Jim Prophet, or Jim Prophet getting anything out of Discordians. In any other situation, it would just be extra space. I mean, I'm sure, no one's going to say no to having more people on their side, obviously, but it defeats the purpose if it's not for that specific thing. In fact, I would go as far as to say if Jim Prophet were in the Illuminati card game, the goal of Jim Prophet would be to control or destroy computer groups. And it cannot be combined with any other goal. You're not going to be able to complete this goal and another goal at the same time. That's specifically what it's designed for. And maybe it can be combined, from my perspective it can't be combined, but maybe it can be combined with other goals and help other factions complete their goals or whatever. But all in all, that's what I do. I focus on computer groups, and that is my whole thing. So, the whole point of Discordia is to have controlled chaos. That chaos is good because it keeps us from stagnation. It keeps us from entropy. We need change. We need conflict. We need expression. We need constant stimulation and variation. And if we are self-aware of this and can help create it, then we never have to worry about that ultimate death. I think that is the ultimate, end to Discordia. And so that's why naturally they are attracted to me, because I understand that. But just because I understand that does not mean that's my primary concern. My primary concern is what's right and what's wrong. And, implementing that right and wrong. We are under a very strenuous wrong right now by moderators, and something needs to be done about them. Discordians don't care about moderators. They don't care what moderators do. They just want change in and of itself. They're like cultists of Zeech in Warhammer 40k. And in before somebody, gets on my ass about pronouncing Zeech wrong. It's a fucking fictional demon lore. What do you want out of my life? So, that's all I wanted to say here, was that apparently Glitter Snatch fits to the T the Discordian cards from Illuminati card game, and it all comes together. Now, mind you, despite all the rumors, no, I am not a Mason, I am not a CIA agent, I am not anything of that sort. If I was, I would have dealt with moderators a long time ago by myself. I would not need to verbalize it. I would not need to, try to reason with people. I would not need to make these videos. Those fucking moderators would be out of a home. They'd be out on the street. Their sites would be shut down, and they would rue the day they ever fucked with Jim Prophet. So clearly, I'm not involved in any kind of big conspiracy shit. Other people might be, but not Jim Prophet. So, that's all I have to say.